Everybody is doing well. It's been windy and rainy where I am. All right, we'll just give it a few minutes for people to come in. I hope everybody is doing well. Shalom, family. Shalom, everybody. Shalom to everybody. Okay. Oh boy. Retta's on the other side of my door and I'm not letting her in. So she's gonna have to just go away. Okay. We have about another minute and then I will get started. Man, the weather has been crazy tonight with all the rain and wind. Almost like a mini hurricane going on out here. All right, we have 110 people between my two channels. I'm going to get started. You know, since the protest out there kicked off, these folks have been talking an awful lot about freedom. Freedom. And I think what really got me was some of these folks were even coming to my comment section. And they're talking about freedom of speech and I should understand freedom of speech. You know, it's amazing how whenever you feel like your freedom is being trampled on, we're supposed to be the ones understanding everything. But when I exercise my freedom to speak, I have to walk in a damn courtroom to make sure it's enforced. Nobody from the high IQ group defends my freedom. But as soon as they feel like their freedom is being taken away from them, all of a sudden, we should understand. Okay. If that is not the biggest load of hypocrisy, I don't know what is. We have been wanting freedom for centuries and still can't get it. See, as long as everything was flowing along for them and they could go out here and do anything they want to do, how many times have we heard them call the police because some black person was walking through the neighborhood? Why didn't you respect that person's freedom? Look at the multiple videos there were of these homely ass looking high IQ women with phones just disrupting the lives of a person that's just driving through, or that person is just there because they actually live in the building and they're trying to obstruct them from walking in a building that they live in. Or in a store they have every right to go in. How many times have we saw stories of black people going into a bank with a legitimate check and they're only trying to deposit or cash a check. How much respecting of our freedom do we get? But as soon as they're tired of sitting home in less than a month, oh, their constitutional rights are being violated. Well, you violate our rights on any given day. How many times have we seen our children violated, our men violated, women violated by the police? Shoot, they'll break the law just to get to us, and they don't care. But now you feel violated, and we're supposed to just back you up and understand. No, I'm not doing it. And you shouldn't do it either. They don't do these things for us. Think about it. They don't do none of this stuff for us. When do they respect our rights? They never have. There's no instance where they've done it to us. But now all of a sudden they need backup. And, oh, Lisa, you're a hypocrite. You should understand. No, I do understand. I understand when my freedoms get trampled on, I got to walk in a damn courtroom. You're not there in that courtroom helping me, nor are you helping me online on YouTube. You don't tell people to respect my freedom of speech, but you want me to respect yours. See, that's where I draw the line. I'm sorry, that's where I draw the line. You know, for too long, we have gone along with things. And now, man, it's no more going along with this nonsense anymore. And as far as them protesting, yeah, I think it's stupid. And I think it's even more stupid that we haven't even gone a whole month of sitting at home. And these mofos are out here comparing it to slavery. Man, you wouldn't survive one day of slavery. What you have gone through, it doesn't even resemble slavery. What slavery? Sitting in your house? These people are just insane. And the things that they're comparing it to is just even more laughable. But see, this is how the system always worked, y'all. See, nobody says anything about freedom until it impacts one group and one group only. Then we're talking about freedom. But anytime we talk about freedom for ourselves, they don't respect that. They want to shut you down. They want to shut you up. You need to go back to Africa. If you don't like it, go back to Africa. So that's what we get when we try to stand up for our freedom. So no defense, but I'm done with all this lopsided freedom for one, but as soon as another group wants freedom, you got all kinds of issues with that. It is so bad. If a black man or black woman try to compliment each other, they come to shut that down too. They can't even leave us alone and let us say nice things about each other. They can't do that either. If I came on here right now and said, there is no man better than a black man, Lisa's a racist. She said, no man that's racist. No, it isn't. But see, what you really should be doing instead of chiming in is mind your business. And that reaction, ladies and gentlemen, that all comes back from chattel slavery. They think they are entitled to our time and attention. This reaction that we're only supposed to have all eyes on them, this didn't just start. This started centuries ago. You're not supposed to pay attention to each other. You're supposed to pay attention to us. What if I don't want to pay attention to you? What if I don't? Is that a crime? You know, so what if I don't? You know, so when you chime in like that, you're showing us we're not free. You won't even let Black people come together and have a conversation online, just a conversation. We just want to kick back and talk to each other. That's it. Just talk to each other. You got a problem with that. So now you feel isolated, but see, what you're really feeling is you feel like you're losing control. And see, you're not feeling empowered unless money is being made. But see, you're seeing the ugly side of this entire pandemic. These folks are trying to now force folks out of their homes where they don't have coronavirus right now and push you into an environment where you have a great chance of getting it. And they're telling you, if you don't do this, if you don't take your butt back to work and go back into this environment, we're going to cut all the funding off to you. No unemployment, no paycheck, no nothing. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to really think about this. Really think hard about this, okay? There is no chance for you to go back in the workplace and not come in contact with coronavirus. And let me explain why. Thank you so much, Anita. Thank you so much for the super chat. And let me explain why. They can social distance you all they want at the job. The bottom line is you got to open and close the same door, getting in and out of the building. You have to, in many cases, touch the same keypads. Now, I know where I used to work, rooms were secured. We used to have to punch a keypad to get in and out of rooms. So you got multiple people touching the keypads. You got multiple people touching the elevator buttons. You got multiple people sharing a kitchen at the job, eating in the same cafeteria at the job, using the same bathrooms at the job. So there is no goddamn way they're going to send you back to this job and you won't come in contact with it. So if they say, oh no, we're going to secure this and you'll be able to do this, and this, that's bullshit. There's jobs that got vending machines. We had vending machines. Everybody's punching the buttons on the vending machine. We had a kitchen. People are washing out their coffee mugs, going to the same coffee machine all day, pouring coffee. There is no way you won't get it. So if they said, okay, well, we're going to space you all apart where you're social distancing, it's never going to be good enough. Do you understand that? It's never, ever going to be good enough. When some of you leave for work, you got to punch in on a time clock. Multiple people are going to that time clock. People are talking and it's airborne. And then you come up behind them and punch your card. It's that easy to get. So there's no way it's going to ever be good enough when you go back in those spaces. Yes, people share cubicles. People are putting their lunches in the same refrigerator. I seen all of this when I was out there. Okay, there is no way. Those buildings were never designed for social distancing. Thank you, Boulder Rockets. Thank you so much. Love you too. The buildings are not designed for that. So when they say they're going to send you back and you got to work, the next thing you should be asking them, how are you going to stop us from getting it? And not only that, once everybody leave at the end of the day, you don't know who your coworkers are interacting with that might have it. You know, thank you, Ron, for becoming a new member. It's just so many things these folks are missing. Thank you, Demetrius, for the super chat. Lisa, side note, Katie Couric and hashtag Me Too are going after Denzel Washington. Just want to throw in head. I don't want to change something. No, that's okay. I'm not surprised. I mean, come on. These women have been accusing our men of doing things to them for centuries now. I'm not surprised. So, I mean, these folks are not even explaining to you how they're going to keep the germs to a minimum in the workplace. And I know darn well I am not the only one that are thinking about these kind of things. I know I can't be the only one, And just think about your children. I even saw one state were thinking about opening up the schools again. Okay, so again, you got multiple people going through the same doors, walking down the same hallways, going to the same lockers, and those lockers in the school are not built to social distance. They got those lockers side by side, all up and down the hallway. Shoot, I remember how crowded those hallways would get in between classes. You could barely turn and not bump into each other. And then you got crowded classrooms. I mean, some of those classrooms, you can't sit 6 feet apart from each other and still have room for all of the students. You can't do that. In many cases, you can't even do that in a school cafeteria or a gym. So what are you really sending these kids back to? So, I mean, this whole thing is a big mess. Do I trust the people in charge? No. 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 And just watching them all in the streets, they are incapable of making a decent decision. So you are so impatient, you don't even want to watch the numbers decline before you go back to work. You're just so impatient. What it is, ladies and gentlemen, they're scared they're losing the country. They're scared. They're scared they're losing everything. So now they're in panic mode and they're trying to rush everybody back out here thinking, oh, well, we can get the economy going and, everything could go back to the way it was. It's never going back to the way it was. Never. Never. Like I said, this whole thing is about money and observing it and keeping themselves in power. That's what all this rushing is all about. And I'm at the point where I can't worry about elevating another group of people. I want to empower my group of people. Thank you. Faith Forever. Puerto Rico residents did not receive a stimulus check. I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised. Thank you, Pink Meadows, for the super sticker. So what I'm saying is I'm at the point. I'm not interested in empowering another group of people. I am empowering my people. I want to uplift my people. I want my people to be okay. during the pandemic. I can't be dealing with a whole different group of people and their insecurities. And we've been left behind long enough. There's nothing I can do. And I'm just not in the mood to console somebody. I'm not down with that right now. We all got our own set of problems in dealing with our own people and our family and in our own situations. I don't have time to be consoling these people. We haven't even gotten our reparations, but they seem to be pulling trillions of dollars out of their ass all over the place. But when we say reparations, nobody got a dime. I mean, I'm just tired of all the games and everything. But as far as freedom of speech, man, you don't even respect mine. So no, don't look at me to uphold yours. You don't uphold mine. Shoot, you know how many times our people have gotten up, gone to work, and been stressed out by these same people? Stressed out in school, stressed out at work, stressed out just even going out. A psychological battle of going out and getting in your car and driving, and then some cop get up behind you. That has psychologically messed our people up. So no, I don't have time to be whining along with them. There's no time for that mess. The coddling days are over. This is survival of the fittest now. That's what this is. It just can't. This is the time when we need to reflect and look at our own set of problems and deal with that. These folks, they can do whatever, but I like how we are finally separated. And look at the first group of people that are trying to bring us back together. I mean, think about the irony. Think about the irony of the whole thing. Remember, they wanted separation. So we're separated now. Now you're out in the streets trying to grab everybody out the house. Look who's doing it first, y'all. We're not the ones saying we want to be with everybody. We want everybody back. We're not doing that. They're doing that. Oh, if you don't come back to work, we're going to cut you off. We're going to do this. You're the one dragging everybody out. We're not the ones begging for anybody to be around us. But I just find that ironic how they talked all that shit about separating and we wouldn't survive and this and that, and we're surviving. They're the ones trying to drag everybody back. Woo, man, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. You don't see Black people anywhere in the streets trying to come together with anyone. Thank you, Master T. Biggs, for becoming a new member. You don't see us out in them streets begging to be back around people and work. We ain't doing that mess. We are really seriously in our homes minding our business. But if nothing else, this has revealed a lot. It has. It has revealed a lot about each one of these groups. We have seen the Chinese. Well, we always knew they didn't like us, but it has really been exposed over these last couple of weeks. and we seeing Black people thriving. We're now waking up every day and we're not stressed out. We lost our job right along with everybody else. Okay, they didn't become unemployed by themselves. We are unemployed too. But see, we had no choice but to live through bad times for centuries. They've created laws and put all kinds of things in place to keep us down. So we had to deal in this society in the most negative way. And we still existed. But see, one little thing comes their way and they're already falling apart. Already falling apart. No, those NBA players aren't in the street crying like y'all. There's no bigger crybaby than people like you. Okay, you're the big crybaby. So look, old man is over here already, a racist trying to chime in on what I'm saying. Like I said, it's amazing how you make the claim we can't live without you, but you're the one always coming around us. I noticed the irony in that. We can't live without them, but they're always coming around us. Go figure. There will be no reset, Curly. There will be no reset. There is no going back to nothing. I hear them talking reset. What, reset so they can start all over at the top? No, that ain't gonna happen. 6,000 years. The 6,000 years is over. There is no reset. That's fairy tale talk. That's all that is. That's just a bunch of fairy tale talk. There's no going back. What they're feeling is they have no control now. They have zero control. Without a viable economy, what are they in charge of? A dead economy? Is that what you're in charge of? Nobody cares about people that are in charge of a dead economy. Nobody cares. And you can't jumpstart this economy unless every group of people here goes along with it. You can't do that by yourself. This is why when you look at those protests in the street, look how small they look. Look how little the protests look out in the street. That right there shows you they can't jumpstart this economy. No matter how much they hate you, they can't jumpstart this economy without us. It's just simply not enough of them. There's a reason why when you look at all of these protests in different states, it's just a smidgen amount of people. There's a reason for that. It's not enough of them to carry this economy on their own. They need NEED, other people and other groups to help them get this thing back up and running. They can't do it by themselves. Thank you, Taya, for the super sticker. They can't do it by themselves, ladies and gentlemen. They can't. They can hate on us all day and all night. And the bottom line is they can't get nothing up and running without us. And they're not, even if they get it back up and running, just let Georgia be your roadmap. Georgia has been reopening businesses since this past Friday. The cases are already going up in Georgia. It's already going up. Thank you, daughter of Zion 4. Thank you for the super sticker. You see, it's happening already. Um, mhm, yeah, so it's all about the money they're not making. They're rich. They didn't get to make money in over a month. So now, and see, when they want you back out to work, look at how they do it. Well, if you refuse to come back to work, you're fired. And if you don't come back, you're cut off from unemployment. You know, such nice people, aren't they? Such nice people. Woo! Mm-mm-mm. Just straight up nasty. Don't know how to communicate with you or talk to you with any kind of common sense. How you doing, Mike? No common sense whatsoever, and talk to you. But you know what this has done also, y'all? It has quashed all that high IQ talk. Oh, they were on that high IQ like an opioid addict. They were on that high IQ. Man, ever since this stuff has happened and they have looked horrible on the world stage, got a million cases in the US, got the most deaths in the world in the US. Man, you don't hear a peep out of them about no high IQ anymore. It has shut that shit down for real. It has shut them down for real. You ain't got to worry about them coming and running their mouth about a high IQ anymore. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. You ran all up and down the place screaming about a high IQ. And then when that virus came here on your land, you did worse than every other nation on the planet. You're still doing worse than every other nation on the planet. So enough said about that high IQ. Enough said. One virus has shut you down. Nobody believes you're high. We never believed you anyway, but man, nobody's going to listen to you over no high IQ ever again in this life, the next one, or the next one. Okay. Nobody's going to listen to that mess from you ever again. The high IQ is dead. It's dead. And so is your economy. I mean, look, even if you got everybody back to working, every last one of these companies are working with a backlog. They're working with a backlog. Mm-hmm. And see, all they're going to do is go out here, act like they're invincible. And each and every one of them that walk out here trying to be like that, they're going to all get sick on the job. And Mitch McConnell, the people that look just like them, he's screwing them over even worse because he's trying to push legislation that says if you get sick on your job from coronavirus, you can't sue nobody. You can't sue. And if you die from it, your family can't sue. He's putting that mess in place. People that look just like them are screwing them over. Shoot, nobody is screwing you over more than your own. And where's your elites? Them cowards done ran away into their bunkers. They left you holding the bag. The only thing they want you to do is go to work while they hide out in their bunker collecting all the money. Petrified that they're going to get the virus hiding in some hole in the ground. Well, I don't know what their rate is, but when Georgia reopened, they had 899 deaths. I'm sorry, 899 cases. And just over a couple of days, they're now up to 1,000. Okay. And it's not even a full week, and they're already up to 1,000. And hold on one second. Metho Nelson, thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, New Zealand. Yep, sure did. And they're not coming back. They're not coming back. Those rich people don't want coronavirus. They're not coming back. Yeah, they have 1,000. They jumped from 899 to 1,000 in Georgia. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I don't know why Mr. Lawrence 7777. I don't know why they're talking about a second wave. You're not even through the first wave of it. That's kind of stupid to me. You're talking about a second wave. You ain't even get through the first part of this shit. And you're not doing very well getting through it. I mean, shoot, you probably won't even do nowhere near as good the second wave. Second wave, a lot of times you got even more people sick than you do this time around. Yeah, Georgia is reporting new cases. Darlene X, just go ahead and Google it. They are reporting new cases. No, bleach is the answer. Oh, I hope you, True Royal, I hope you saw Trump's latest new antic. He is now saying the tests are not going well because of Obama. He just came out of his face and blamed the testing on Obama. So I'm gonna have to do something with that. The testing is Obama. He's blaming the testing on Obama. Mm-mm-mm. I said Obama was not even around when coronavirus tests were, in the country. That's like that predates Obama. He just can't accept any responsibility at all. I think they learn this mess right out the womb. As soon as they come out the womb, they're taught not to take responsibility for nothing because they all do the same thing. They all do the same thing. They must get taught right out of the womb. Don't take no responsibility. Even if it is your fault, don't take responsibility. And they go through life like that. The damn truth when they said there's no truth in them. It is the truth. Well, thank you, Raz. Amen. Thank you for the super sticker. Mm-mm-mm. I guess when the second wave comes, the second wave will be Obama's fault. I don't know. I mean, first you're telling people to inject the disinfectant, and your dumb idiot supporters are out here doing it. I think that's more hilarious. They are man, these people are really crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And these folks think somebody want to follow their lead. Like I said, don't follow those with high IQs, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't follow those with high IQs, man. Biggest mistake you can make. Melania, that woman probably ain't even in DC. She's been MIA for weeks. You know, I can't believe people were listening to him. That's what gets me. Obviously, they are. I guess it's a good thing he didn't tell them to leap out the window because, it'd be suicides all over the damn nation. Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. Well, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I just wanted to talk about that because somebody had wrote in my comment about me being a hypocrite about freedom. I was like, I'm not a hypocrite about freedom. You the hypocrite. Shoot. We've been trying to get our freedom for what, 500 years? And look who's been holding us down for those 500 years, and you're calling me a hypocrite? Man, get the hell out of here. But y'all, please enjoy the rest of your night wherever you are, because it's sure dark here where I am. Please, I ask my Heavenly Father to please keep a strong hedge of protection around each and every one of you in the four corners of the earth. And may He be with you and your family and keep you safe at all times, especially in this time of judgment that we are in. So everybody, please take care, and we'll definitely be doing this again. Peace, family.